Hey there, how there, ho, there's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another Royal Rumble. We're doing the second Canadian Royal Rumble, and well, we did like more of the classics. Now we're going to do the more of the current day superstars. We actually have ladies involved in this Royal Rumble, and a few names that actually were in the first Rumble. So our first man is Kevin Owens, KO. Fight Owens, fight. Great guy and all that from Maribel, Quebec. Speaking English and French quite well. He was in Ring of Honor, but he knows how to deal with everybody. He's off having neck surgery, so they don't know if KO will be back or not. Number 2 is Maurice. So Maurice comes in, the Mrs. wife in real life having 2 kids. So anyway, it's weird how Maurice is in all this, but she will have to face Kevin Owens first out of Quebec. Anyway, Natalia comes in next. She's from Calgary. One survives. She's choice 2 women. Next is Gene Kaninsky from the Champions Pack. He's back. He's now number 4 in this thing. Natalia survives. And Gene survives. Next is Bronco Nagurski. Great wrestler from the 1930s. Well, he was a legendary football player for the Chicago Bears, wrestled in the offseason. And Bronco Nagurski was born in Manitoba, so he technically is Canadian by birth. And he survives. Next, Owen survives. Everyone's surviving. Number 6, Iron Mike Sharp gets to come back, and this time he's put where he belongs, in a bad position from the draw. Everyone's still in. Edge. Tiger was it's Edge. So Edge comes in at number 7. He's doing his job and all that. You think you know me. You think you know me. I don't think I know you, Edge. Well, he once won a wrestling newspaper thing to get free lessons and all that, and used it to their advantage, getting through everything and getting to the WWE alongside Christian and Gangrel, the Brood and all that. Edge legend, 7-time WWE champion, most by a Canadian wrestler, more than Bret Hart is, but yeah, Edge is in AEW, so a lot of people say fuck him. Maurice is the first one out. Bronco Nagurski takes care of her. And Mike Sharp, got hit by Edge and Kevin, so he's gone. Next up is Sami Zayn. Let's go. Yeah, wonder how he and Kevin are going to get along with each other. Kaninsky survives. Kaninsky survives a double team. Next up is Test. Andrew Martin, who is Canadian, who was supposed to be married to Stephanie McMahon in storyline, but Triple H swooped in. Test won the Immunity Battle Royal at Survivor Series 2001, meaning that his job was safe no matter what happened. Sammy survives, and Edge survives. Next is Angelo Mosca, King Kong Mosca. He was number 1 last time. Now he's now number 10. Great wrestler in the offseason from the Canadian Football League in the Hamilton Tiger Cats. He was involved in a massive hit on winning William Fleming in the 1964 Grey Cup, and that got Joe Cap's blood up. And yes, there was that fight between Joe Cap and Angelo Mosca. Dr. Phil had to interfere. Natalia survives, and Tess survives. Next up, number 11 is Pat Patterson. So he gets a bad draw this time around. Pat Patterson, an iconic wrestler, first Intercontinental Champion all time. Of course, that term was fake. He hosted French vignettes in the 1980s for WWF and was on Legends House and came out as being gay when that happened. Gene survives and Tess survives. Next up, number 12 is Vivian Vachon. Only 2 people have been eliminated. Vivian Vachon, who was once one of the greatest ladies champions of all time. Of course, she will have a daughter famously known in this one. Gene Kiniski survives, and Sami Zayn survives. Next up, number 13, Dewey Robertson, aka the missing link, as they call him. The pride of, guess what? Kitchener. But yeah, he gets drawn unlucky 13, but who cares? Oh man, he gets taken out in 32 seconds by Natalia, of all people. Double team Test gets double eliminated by KO and Bronco, so Test gets taken out. Next up at number 14, Mad Dog Fashawn, Vivian's husband. Sammy survives, and Gene survives. Next up at number 15, Billy Red Lyons, who was a decent wrestler in the 40s and 50s in WWF. Of course, he actually did the studio analysis for WWF Cavalcade when, the Canadian version of Wrestling Challenge. Or was it Superstars? Well, Superstars Wrestling Challenge. But yeah, Cavalcade and all that. He would be talking about the Canadian house shows and all that. Vivian survives, and Natalia survives. Next up, at number 16, Gail Kim. People forget that Gail Kim is from Canada, so, great star in TNA wrestling. A KO gets eliminated by Vivian Vachon of all people. Vivian takes down KO. Wow. KO's out. The top two are out. Gene Kiniski survives. Next up at number 17, Bobby Roode. Glorious. Glorious. Yep, he's Canadian. Bronco survives. Sammy does not. He falls to Mosca. Well, Owens was out, but King Kong Mosca gets Sami Zayn out of there. Next is number 18, Rowdy Piper. He gets his chance. A lot of people are like, Piper's Scottish. No, he's not. The character's Scottish. The man behind that gimmick, Roderick Toombs, he was Canadian. In fact, his first wrestling match was 15 seconds in Winnipeg Arena. But yeah, Roddy Piper was a pretty good heel in the 1980s. Took part in WrestleMania 1 facing Hulk Hogan. No WWE titles. He won the Intercontinental belt once, but only once. Kiniski survives. Pat gets double eliminated by Natalia and Mosca, so Pat does not make it through. Next at number 19, Angelina Love, who was part of the TNA Knockouts thing. She was Canadian, I think. Vivian survives, and Bronco survives. On to number 20, and it's Butcher Fashion. Mad Dog's brother, Butcher Fashion. And he almost got eliminated by Edge. But Gail Kim does not. Mad Dog gets rid of her. So yeah, Gail Kim can't believe it. She's gone. Next up is the Mountie. Do 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 do. I'm the Mountie. I'm handsome. I'm brave. I'm strong. I'm a Mountie, and I can do no wrong. Yeah, right, Jacques Rougeau. Well, Jacques Rougeau had to wrestle under his real name in Canada because Canada did not like the RCMP in real life did not like the Mountie wrestling in Canada under that gimmick, so they had to tell Jacques Rougeau that if you wrestle in Canada, you have to say it under your name. This could be a triple elimination, and the Mountie gets eliminated by Bronco, Mosca, and Billy Red. So the Mountie only has 42 freaking seconds. Kiniski survives that. Number 22, Luna Fashion, Vivian's daughter and daughter of Mad Dog Fashion. But yeah, Mad Dog and Vivian Fashion. So 4 Fashions are in, kind of like the Hart family, but yeah, Luna's in. Natalia, Jean, and Bronco are 3, 4, 5. The top are the answer. Vivian survives a double team. How did she do that? Next up at number 23 is Whipper Billy Watson, who somehow slipped through the cracks and missed the first Canadian Battle Royal or Royal Rumble. But yeah, Billy Watson, Whipper Billy Watson, legend of Maple Leaf Wrestling and all that, actually fought Yukon Eric, who won the first um, Royal Rumble of this video, but Yukon and tore Yukon Eric's ear off. And Luna is gone, taken out by Bronco Nagurski. And Roddy Piper, can't believe he's gone. Billy Red, Mad Dog, and Butcher get rid of him, so Piper's gone. Next up at number 24, Killer Kowalski, legendary Canadian wrestler who's part of Showdown Legends of Wrestling in the PS2 wrestling video game trilogy. But yeah, Killer Kowalski. He did a wrestling school, and one of his famous graduates, Triple H. Butcher survives, and Bronco survives. Next up is Velvet McIntyre. Thinking she's Canadian? Yeah, she was actually built from Canada, in a sense. And she actually took part in WrestleMania 2 facing off against uh, the Fabulous Moolah for the WWE Women's title and lost in like 90 seconds because she had um, a wardrobe malfunction. Vivian survives that move. Triple threat. Billy Red is gone. Natalia, Butcher, and Bronco Guts gets rid of him. Number 26 is Break the Walls Down. Forget it. And everyone else. I am the king. You're the queen. Break the walls. Jericho. Yeah, Chris Jericho, great wrestler. His dad was a hockey player for the New York Rangers, among others. Ted Irvin. And then basically Chris came out WCW. And then he turned heads in WWE, being the first undisputed champion, winning both the WCW and WWF titles in one night. Lost them to Triple H. Jericho would fight for things. He was in WrestleMania against Christian alongside Trish Stratus for $1 Canadian. And then in 2005, he was fired by Eric Bischoff for not beating John Cena when he had to. Disappeared for a couple of years and then came back, and then, he's now at AEW. Vivian survives. Angelina survives. Next up is Owen Hart at number 27. Great icon that he is. Owen Hart doing his job. The King of Hearts having to wrestle under his brother's shadow. But he was in, what was it, High Voltage? No, High Energy, a tag team with Coco Beware. And then he was the Blue Blazer before he was the Blue Blazer when he died and Over the Edge. Owen defeated Brett famously at WrestleMania 10, could not get the WWE title off of Brett, and basically stayed on the company even though Brett left for obvious reasons. Bronco survives. Velvet survives. Next up at number 28 is Velvet Sky, who also was part of the TNA Knockouts thing. But Natalia survives that. Triple threat. Velvet Sky eliminated by Bronco, Owen, and Edge. Poor Velvet. Number 29 is Brett. So Bret the Hitman Hart, number 29. I think I know who number 30 is. But yeah, Bret Hart is their legendary Canadian wrestler, was part of a tag team with Jim Neidhart, the Hart Foundation, but then turned into a singles wrestler who was pretty good. 91 SummerSlam, he beat Mr. Perfect for the IC belt. And then in 1992, at a house show in Saskatoon, he beat Ric Flair for the WWE belt. He lost to Yokozuna of all people in 93, and then gained it back in 94 by beating Yokozuna in WrestleMania 10, and then holding for almost a year. Velvet McIntyre gets eliminated by Mad Dog Vachon, and Angelina Love survives. Number 30 is Trish Stratus. Time to rock and roll. That's I'm in control. Trish Stratus, greatest WWE women's wrestler from Canada, bar none. 7-time women's champion, made Lita submit in Toronto to have that mark. So everyone is in, so that we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 16 left. 1 and 2 is out. That would be KO and Maurice. 3, 4, 5 still in. Natalia, Jean, and Bronco. Double team. Kaninsky survives. Well, now you have to survive. No one is coming in. Kowalski survives. Double team. Mosca gets double teamed by Billy Watson and Gene Kaninsky. Legends. And then Butcher Fashawn gets double teamed by Angelina and Mad Dog, of all people, his brother. So Butcher Fashawn does his job. Killer Kowalski survived. Kaninsky survived. Everyone's surviving. 46 minutes. And Gene's out. He gets taken out by Billy Watson. Legends. Am I right? So Kaninsky's out. So Natalia, number 3, is the lowest number of contestants still left. Lots of people are surviving. Trish almost got eliminated. Double elimination? No, Mad Dog survives for some reason after 52 minutes. Well, Edge is gone. He's got taken out by Trish Stratus, of all people, who kicked him in the nuts, probably. So Natalia at number 3, Bronco at number 5, and then the next one is number 12, Vivian Vachon. Bret Hart had a double team, but he survives. Vivian is gone. Natalia and Angelina gets her. Well, at least it was women on women. 55 minutes. Bret Hart's gone. Bret! Taken out by Billy Watson, who's upset he didn't get in the first Rumble. Double team. Mad Dog's gone. Bobby Roode and Bronco Nagurski gets him. So Natalia number 3, Bronco number 5. The next person up is number 17, Bobby Roode, third longest serving. Natalia's done quite well. She survives. Owen survives. Killer's in. Angela Love gets taken out by Whipper Billy Watson, who's been on fire. We've had almost an hour of action. And Bronco's gone. Number 5, Bobby Roode gets rid of him. So it's number 3, Natalia, and number 17, Bobby Roode. We're down to 7 competitors. And Owen Hart survives a triple threat. But Bobby Roode does not. He goes down to Trish, who's number 30 and still in. So we have 2 ladies and 4 gentlemen, if you will. Well, sorry, Natalia lasted to the 62-minute mark. Jericho takes her out. So we're down to Watson, Kowalski, Jericho, Owen, and Trish. 23. So 5 of the last 8 competitors in. So no Cinderella runs this time. Kowalski survives. Once again, he survives. They just want to knock down Killer Kowalski. Double team Jericho survives somehow. And he survives that one. Everyone's surviving. 66 minutes. Trish is gone. Kowalski and Watson get to her. So no women left. So you have 2 legends of the 1950s. You have a legend and 2 legends, Canadian legends of one of the 90s, one for the 2000s. Jericho survives, but Owen does not. He's on the turnbuckle and hurt. Kowalski and Jericho got him. So after 68 minutes, it's Watson, Kowalski, and Jericho. Lots of people. I don't know how. I think it was like 68 minutes. Well, it's Billy Watson's out. Killer Kowalski gets him. So it's Kowalski and Jericho. And not yet. Not yet. Roll, and that's it. Jericho in 74 minutes wins. So Jericho beats Killer Kowalski. He wins. What a job by Chris Jericho to do his job. Killer Kowalski, pretty good, but yeah, Jericho at number 26, right? Yeah. Jericho gets it at number 26, the 5th last guy to do it. It could have been Owen, it could have been Velvet, it could have been Bret, or been Trish, but no, Jericho wins it. So Jericho takes down Kowalski I would love to have a one-off match between Jericho and Yukon Eric, but yeah, Chris Jericho survives and wins the second Canadian Royal Rumble, and that's all there is to it. Anyhow, I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.